candidates list. Union Minister Rajiv Chandrasekhar sues Shashi Tharoor for defamation. Ladies and gentlemen, the Aam Aadmi Party is facing a double whammy. To be honest, an existential crisis, and this comes a day after the High Court made scathing observations on Kejriwal and said that he was involved in the conspiracy in the liquor gate scam. Today, Delhi Social Welfare Minister Raj Kumar Anand has resigned from the Chief Minister's cabinet, and the Aam Aadmi Party alleging that the party was neck deep into corruption. A clear reference to the arrest of Aam Aadmi Party leaders, including Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal, in the now scrapped Delhi excise policy scam. In fact, this is what he said. I've handled 7 portfolios as a minister in the Delhi government. The Aam Aadmi Party, which was born after a fight against corruption, is now neck deep into corruption. The Aam Aadmi Party is claiming that more leaders will quit the party. Here's what Saurabh Bharadwaj and Sanjay Singh had to say. And then we begin the burning question.
यही है राजकुमार आनंद, जिनके यहां 23 घंटे तक ईडी का छापा पड़ा था। आज से लेके कल तक, या हो सकता है जल्दी ही आपको दिखाई पड़ जाए, वो व्यक्ति जिसके लिए खुद भाजपाई नड्डा से लेके अमित शाह से लेके मोदी तक सारे लोग कह रहे थे कि ये भ्रष्ट है, कल उसको माला पहनाते हुए शामिल करते हैं कि नहीं, ये पूरी दुनिया देख लेगी।
राजकुमार जी से कोई नफरत नहीं, कोई हम उनको ये नहीं कहेंगे कि वो घटिया आदमी थे, उन्होंने ये कर दिया वो कर दिया। देखिए, हमारी सहानुभूति है उनके साथ। हमारे कैबिनेट कुलीग थे, हमारे भाई की तरह थे, प्रेशर में थे, तनाव में थे। मुझे लगता है कि वो एजेंसी का दबाव झेल नहीं पाए और उनके पास अब कोई और रास्ता उन्होंने नहीं छोड़ा, बजाय इसके कि आप अपनी पार्टी से रिज़ाइन कीजिए, अपनी पार्टी को 4 गाली दीजिए, अपने नेता को 4 गाली दीजिए, कुछ दिन आराम कीजिए, फिर भारतीय जनता पार्टी में आ जाइए।
Joining us on the burning question tonight from the BJP, it's Charu Pragya. Binay Singh is in the studio, and Professor D.K. Giri will be joining us in a short while from now. Piyush Joshi is joining us on the burning question. Straight away beginning with you, Charu Pragya. You have about 10 statements that have been recorded in this particular case. 8 of them happen to be completely unreliable. Statements that have not been taken into record, keeping in mind that perhaps it does not really implicate the Chief Minister. Having said that, can you actually say or come to a conclusion that Arvind Kejriwal is basically responsible? Secondly, Charu Pragya, what is very important to point out here is that whether at all the Income Tax Department and the Enforcement Directorate are completely being misused, keeping in mind that on the very day that the Chief Minister has been arrested, the very next day you have another leader being called in for questioning. Then the third day you have another agency stepping in. So isn't there a pressure that is essentially being built on the Aam Aadmi Party?
Shravan, a very good evening to you. Now, I'm going to go back to what are the observations of the Delhi High Court. The Delhi High Court says that prima facie, there seems to be a case that is against Arvind Kejriwal, not merely in his personal capacity, but also in his capacity as the convener of Aam Aadmi Party. Previously, a money trail has also been observed and noted down in writing by the court to the tune of 350 crores, which seems to have made its way to the coffers of Aam Aadmi Party. Now, this money has allegedly been spent indirectly in the Goa elections. They were made to pay charter flight, advertising money, so on and so forth, things like that. Another thing is, this case has been going on for long enough now, and Arvind Kejriwal has been summoned for over 6 months. He was the one who chose to respond now. He could have gone to the ED for questioning in October itself and it would have wrapped up. Another thing is that he still continues to spill a whole series of lies while he's behind bars, and his spokespersons are still supporting things like that. So, from talking about weight loss, which never happened, to the jail authorities actually saying that his weight is on the increase, linking it to his behavior patterns, whether it comes to his lies when he spoke about the Sheesh Mahal scam, or the way his colleagues have conducted themselves behind bars. Because when Satyendra Jain actually said that he needed a physiotherapist, it turned out that there was a POSCO accused who was giving him a massage in jail. So Arvind
Charu, there is
Kejriwal
also
continues to peddle the same kind of petty lies. There is?
Charu, I'll come back to you because you ought to answer this question with regards to whether at all there is undue pressure that is being built on the opposition parties, especially keeping in mind two things. One, with regards to the trial that has never taken place in most of the cases, if you really look at the opposition cases against the opposition leaders. So one will have to answer this question with regards to the Enforcement Directorate as well as the Central Bureau of Investigation as to what really is happening with those cases that have been registered against the opposition leaders. Piyush Joshi, if I can come back to you, as far as the Aam Aadmi Party is concerned, if at all there is absolutely nothing in this particular case, then there would have been some relief coming in. With regards to Sanjay Singh, it was a different matter altogether, but leaders like Manish Sisodia, Satyendra Jain, even Arvind Kejriwal are still behind bars simply because the court has gone on record to say that there is prima facie evidence against these leaders.
Yes. And that is the exact point which I am going to talk about, that it is prima facie, it is at the face of it. So, all that glitters is not gold. There has been a saying. So all that is visible prima facie may not be there in the ultimate judgment. So that is where my bone of contention lies. And as far as the Bharatiya Janata Party is concerned, whether the enforcement directorate is biased or not, how do you establish a bias? As a student of science, as a student of statistics, though I'm a physician, but then again, we do apply statistical models in our cases on a daily basis. So as a student of statistics, how do you ascertain that whether there is a bias or not? You randomize, and then you make a control group, and then you assess. So in these two groups, or you put the BJP leaders on one side and you put the opposition parties leaders on another side, and then you see how many times they have been summoned, the BJP leaders, and how actively the enforcement directorate is pursuing the cases against the opposition leaders. So it is very clear way to determine whether the enforcement directorate is acting in a biased manner or not. Having said that, so that having said that,
Piyush Joshi, it's a valid question. Yeah, Your question is absolutely valid. I do agree. It's a valid question that the BJP should answer. But at the same time, you also need to answer this question. If at all there was absolutely no piece of evidence against the leaders that you have mentioned, they would have been out on bail. Secondly, they would have had the added advantage of getting the FIR quashed against them. But that also hasn't happened. That goes on to indicate that there is something in this particular case allowing the investigative agencies to go on. While you can question the BJP with regards to whether at all the agencies are soft on them, but you also need to answer the crux of the question, the crux of the issue, and that is, what about the evidence against the Aam Aadmi Party leaders?
Seven, with due respect to you and the intelligence of all my fellow co-panelists, I'm actually sick and tired of mentioning this PMLA Acts and its amendments, and so many debates we have spoken upon them that I myself feel bored that kitni baar wogi wahi baat bolenge, but the BJP is shamelessly brazen in their actions. So they keep on talking about that these cases are going on, though they have closed one case against Praful Patel, but they keep on talking about Himanta Biswa Sarma. Now, can I just ask that the Louis Berger case, what is the level of activity that we have seen in the Louis Berger case? What is the level of activity we have seen against Ajit Dada Pawar? Arvind Kejriwal ji is behind bars, fair enough, okay. Arvind Kejriwal ji will be exonerated in due course of time, so will Manish Sisodia ji. But did you put Ajit Dada Pawar behind bars? Did you put Himanta Biswa Sarma behind bars? Because the same PMLA Act applies to them or not? Is the law of the land, you keep talking about that the law of the land is same for each and every citizen of India, whether a chief minister or whether a commoner. I agree. Perfectly good that the law of the land is the same. But why the law of the land is different for the Chief Minister of Assam? Why the law of the land is different for the Deputy Chief Minister of Maharashtra? Why the law of the land is different for Chhagan Bhujbal, Prafulla Patel?
Okay.
Why the law of
Let's
the land
take that
is
forward.
different for Digambar Kamath?
Okay. Okay. Binay, of the 25 opposition leaders who have moved to the Bharatiya Janata Party, at least 22 were under the scanner of the Enforcement Directorate. And surprisingly, the Enforcement Directorate, barring actually filing a charge sheet, in some cases the Central Bureau of Investigation has gone ahead and filed a closure report the moment they have joined the Bharatiya Janata Party. Whether you like it or you don't, these questions will be asked. How is exactly that an FIR that is registered against Praful Patel by the Central Bureau of Investigation, searches are basically carried out, Enforcement Directorate says the Iqbal Mirchi link has come up, and then you have in a very surreptitious manner that the same very agency, the Central Bureau of Investigation, sheepishly goes and files a closure report as far as Praful Patel is concerned. So this question will come up, whether you like it, whether you don't, and whether you want to run away from this question, that is the Enforcement Directorate only very active, the CBI is only very active when it comes to the opposition leaders?
Pawan, I think if there is any pending investigation against any political leader, still he has the right to choose his party. If he wants to move to another party, that is his democratic right. You cannot question that might of his. The second thing is that Mr. Kejriwal, as on today, he has run out of support from the common mass. And the last thing which matters in politics is the same thing.
The elections are yet to happen. Elections are yet to happen. How do we really know that Arvind Kejriwal has lost the public support?
No, why I am saying this, that yes, Kejriwal was having the support of that, common mass, which believed that Kejriwal is, a very clean type of guy, very clean image politician. But what has happened in the last few months, Kejriwal, his associates, his leaders, that has dented his image, that has broken that image. And you can see that many members of parliaments, many of his colleagues, many of his ministers, they are shut, they have kept their mouth shut, they are mum, or either they are leaving the party. One of his most vocal, Rajya Sabha member, he is in London and he is daily, coming with a photograph with, fancy and branded clothes and bags. But he is not speaking for Mr. Kejriwal. And he is not the only case. Many other leaders are like that. So this unrest is because the leadership, the colleagues of Kejriwal, the supporter of Kejriwal, they have lost trust in Kejriwal, and this is what finally matters into politics. That you are losing the supporter base, someone. This is the final thing, and I think Kejriwal is losing its ground, and everybody thinks that Aam Aadmi Party is a sinking ship, and they have betrayed the trust of their supporters, they have betrayed the trust of their partners who still believe that Kejriwal is a clean image kind of politician.
You ought to understand, Binay and Charu, that the court is not really looking into the merits of the case as of now. It's prima facie. So to really say that they are guilty would be absolutely inappropriate at this juncture, because both the courts, as far as Sanjay Singh's case is concerned, when the hearing actually came up, there was an argument that was put forth with regards to Section 45 of the PMLA Act. Professor D.K. Giri, you've heard what Binay Singh has to say. It's a choice that an individual actually makes. There are few individuals who are saying that, look here, doesn't matter, bring on the Enforcement Directorate, bring on the Central Bureau of Investigation, I'm not going to leave the party, ideology really matters. So the question will be also asked, what are you so fearful of? That means that these are corrupt people who at the end of the day, only to protect their money, are basically shifting allegiance.
You're asking me? Hello?
Yes, Professor Giri.
Okay.
Yes, Professor Giri.
I will tell you,
I'm asking you.
In this episode, there are two arguments. One is a political argument, another is a legal case. I think opposition has a political argument, but the legal case, the courts will decide, and they are doing it well. Unless we withdraw our faith from the courts, we should not be really arguing on the legal matters. Let the courts decide the legal issues. But there is a political argument that, the only certain kind of leaders are being arrested, and when they change loyalty, switch sides, they are being absolved of their crimes. So that political argument is important, and that stands, and BJP has to explain that. But to say there are 100 thieves and one is caught, why other 99 are not caught? That is also a problem. So I would invoke the statement made by Santosh Hegde, once a colleague of Kejriwal. He said that if some people are being punished, at least justice is being done. So Kejriwal should have. I mean, I have admired his politics in the past, but they should have responded to. He should have responded to the summons. That also stands against him. Repeated summons have been declined, and he did not attend, and the court pointed that out. But the argument that why a certain section of leaders are being brought to book and others are not, that stands in public domain really. That political argument is there. So I would say that this should be tested out in the coming elections, really. Who is losing support? That June 2nd will tell us. You see, but I would say it was a strategic, mistake to BJP to defend the agencies. I mean, if I'm a BJP supporter, the agencies are doing their course. I wonder why BJP jumps to a defense of the agencies, unless they accept the theory that these agencies are working at the behest of BJP, which I would not like to believe. If that should not be the case. The agencies are independent and they should be working on their own. And I see BJP spokesperson repeatedly defending the agencies. They don't need their defense. They're not political organizations. Why do they defend ED or CBI for whatever reasons? I find that difficult to stomach. And
Charu, two issues.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Charu, two issues. Professor D.K. Giri says that there is no need for you to defend the agency. If the agency manages to get a conviction rate, then
absolutely,
that in itself would be the answer to what many others are raising. But the question here is about propriety. The question here is whether at all, as a party espousing the cause of crackdown on corruption, if you actually bring in Janardhan Reddy, then you will have to answer the question. If you bring in a man like Ajit Pawar and Ashok Chavan, then you will have to answer this question that isn't it double standards on your part?
So, fair enough, but Shravan, I am not a spokesperson of any of the investigative agencies, and not once have I jumped to their defense at all. But I am going to quote my Home Minister, and he said this on the floor of the House in Parliament, that the success rate of ED is 97%. So I am quoting our Honourable Minister now when I give you data for the kind of work ED has done. Let's also draw a comparison as to the amount of money and property that has been attached by the ED in the last 10 years. From 35,000 crores to 1,25,000 crore plus. That is the leap in which the number of attached properties has grown. That means ED or any other investigative agency is doing its job. And I am only quoting verbatim what was said in Parliament. Now, coming on to this jibe that the opposition feels they can hide behind. One, this debate is about Arvind Kejriwal and the liquor scam. We have seen all the dots being joined by the courts. So if you are pointing fingers at the ED, at the same time, are you also pointing fingers at the High Court? Are you also pointing fingers at the Supreme Court, which refused to entertain your plea before time? And if you are doing that, why don't you say it on record?
Can I respond?
Just Piyush Joshi.
Yeah. I'm not casting
Piyush Joshi, just a quick response.
30 seconds, that's it.
Piyush Joshi, can I just take one more question with you? That is...
Please.
Yeah, I'll give you the chance, but take my question too. Only barring the case of Sanjay Raut, if I remember correctly, in all the other cases, the court has never pulled up the investigative agency. And that is the reason why I'm asking this question, Piyush, that if at all, you may cast aspersions on the agency, you have all the rights to do so, but when you raise questions about the approvers, when you raise a question about the methodology in which the investigation is being carried out, somewhere down the line you are also casting aspersions on the judiciary. Something that the
No,
court
that-
had said. It's a 100+ year law. and you
Shravan,
are
can I just
casting
add to that?
aspersion on
1 year ago, 14 opposition political parties actually moved the Supreme Court against the ED and the CBI. And they seem to have forgotten that. Aam Aadmi Party was a party to that case. The Congress was a party to that case. And the Supreme Court ruled very
let's get
heavily
Piyush.
in favor of the
Let's
ED
allow-
and basically said, let them
Charu,
do their job.
Let's just quick.
Right. So
Let's get a quick response from Piyush and then final to Binay.
So I think we are forgetting Sanjay
Yeah.
Singh Ji's case when the Enforcement Directorate was indeed pulled up by the Honorable Supreme Court of India. Honorable Supreme Court did ask in Manish Sisodia Ji's case as well, following which the hearing was adjourned for over a month and something, and then thereafter these so-called incriminating evidences were presented by the Enforcement Directorate, and ultimately nobody is casting aspersions on the courts of the land. Why? Because it is still prima facie. Prima facie is still at the face of it. And again, I am maintaining all that glitters is not the gold. And as far as you know, the Bharatiya Janata Party washing machine is concerned,
Okay.
washing machine argument is concerned, दाग अच्छे हैं क्योंकि जो दागी हैं वो हमारी पार्टी में आसानी से लाए जा सकते हैं, उन्हें डराया जा सकता है, धमकाया जा सकता है. बट रही बात अरविंद केजरीवाल जी की, यदि दागी होते तो अभी तक आम आदमी पार्टी
क्या
एनडीए का
argument है?
गठबंधन का भाग हो चुकी होती. And Aam Aadmi Party
Okay.
is still
Let's give
standing firm on
30
its ground,
seconds.
and that is why it is not a part of the NDA, and that is why we will take the fight to the BJP. We will ask them questions on electoral bonds.
Okay.
We
In
will
I'm
ask
running
what
out of
way
time,
is
so
that
I
an
just want to
answer
get-
to what I
and we
said,
will
Shravan?
we'll make
Please
them answer
explain.
it.
Okay, Charu, please allow. I just want to get in. I just want to quickly bring in Binay because I'm running short of time. Final point.
Shravan, if you are pointing fingers at those political leaders, those who are joining BJP, so you are pointing fingers towards yourself because you are agreeing with the fact, okay, they are corrupt, and so that's why they have joined BJP. So what you did, what was your action against them? If you agree that they were corrupt, so what action did you take when they were in your party? Just yesterday.
It's a catch-22 situation. Fair enough. That's a fantastic point. What were you doing? That means you were aware of the fact that they were corrupt and you never took any action. Then the question should be that then that also means that the BJP is aware that they are corrupt. So it goes both ways. You know, it's a catch-22 situation. But thank you very much, Charu, Binay, as well as Piyush Joshi and Professor D.K. Giri for joining us on the burning question. On the other side, the trending burning question with my colleague Abhishek.
Kane, sir, your dinner.
On a tile? It's antibacterial.
Scratch resistant also.
But plates? Cane by. It's a tile ad.
IM Plus टेक्नोलॉजी से बने वर्ल्ड क्लास टाइल्स. टाइल हो तो सिंपल हो.
जिन लोगों ने भ्रष्टाचार करके पैसे जमा किए हैं ना, ईडी ने करीब 3,000 करोड़ रुपया उनका संपत्ति और सारी चीजें अटैच करके रखी हुई है. 3,000 करोड़ रुपया. तो जो 3,000 करोड़ रुपये इनके अटैच किए ना, मैं इन गरीबों को वापस करवाऊंगा.
Kane, sir, your dinner.
On a tile? It's antibacterial.
Easy to clean.
But plates? Cane by. It's a tile ad.
IM Plus टेक्नोलॉजी से बने वर्ल्ड क्लास टाइल्स. टाइल हो तो सिंपल हो.
Prime Minister is going to campaign here in the coming
Yes,
days.
let him come to my constituency. I wholeheartedly with the red carpet. I myself will welcome him. Let him come.
So-
Let him come and contest in my constituency. What is the problem?
So you're challenging him to contest
if
here.
the particular prime minister has got guts, let him come and contest in my constituency.
You're challenging him to contest from this particular
I cannot challenge any. He's a very big man of this country, very big man of the whole world. I cannot contest. I cannot contest his words or him personally. He is my friend. That is why I am inviting him. With the folded hands, I am inviting him.
What's your say on the Kachetive Island issue which Prime Minister has raised? He has levelled allegation on the
Prime
DMK.
Minister
as well.
himself, he doesn't know what is what. Actually, do you agree that two executives signed in an agreement holds good for two international countries? It has got nothing to do with it. No, you see, if a particular piece of land of a particular country is handed over to next country, it has to have a parliament nod. Parliament has not considered. Parliament has not discussed. Then where is the chance to hand over the country's land to another country? It's all false, madam.
Kane, sir, your dinner.
On a tile? Arey, it's antibacterial.
Easy to clean.
But plates? Kane bhai, it's a Thailand.
IM Plus technology से बने world class tiles. Tile हो तो simple हो.
Amity has been ranked India's #1 private university for the 11th year by India Today, a testimony to Amity's world-class education whilst imbibing values and sanskars in students.
Kane, sir, your dinner.
On a tile? Arey, it's antibacterial.
Scratch resistant also.
But plates? Kane bhai, it's a Thailand.
IM Plus technology से बने world class tiles. Tile हो तो simple हो.
जिन लोगों ने भ्रष्टाचार करके पैसे जमा किए हैं ना, ईडी ने करीब 3,000 करोड़ रुपया उनका संपत्ति और सारी चीजें अटैच करके रखी हुई है. 3,000 करोड़ रुपया. तो जो 3,000 करोड़ रुपये इनके अटैच किए ना, मैं इन गरीबों को वापस करवाऊंगा.
Welcome back, friends. The debate over love jihad, its existence, whether it's a myth or reality, has raged on for over a decade now. In common perception, it is assumed as one more of the Hindutva projects to vilify Muslims in Kerala. But as it happens, the Hindutva connection is a decisive myth, even as we debate whether love jihad is real or not. A church in Idukki last week screened the movie The Kerala Story, which had focused on the subject, and this was done before a bunch of class 12 students in a parish as part of their summer vacation activity. It has raised the hackles of the communist government in Kerala. But this is not the first time that the church in Kerala has spoken or taken a position on the subject. What are the facts? Look at this short report, and then I come back in a deep dive conversation on the other side.
इस दुनिया को सिर्फ अल्लाह चलाता है.
ले करीब लाओ,
खानदान से जुदा करो।
It's the BJP versus the left, yet again over the broadcast of the Kerala story. Kerala Chief Minister Pinarayi Vijayan launched an attack on the BJP over what he calls a controversial film. Vijayan has alleged that the film is part of the Saffron Party's agenda to insult the state. Vijayan claimed that the Sangh Parivar's aim was to incite two communities against one another. The Kerala Chief Minister's stand has been vehemently opposed by the BJP, which has stated that the facts of the story, which deals with love relationships and forced conversions, must be exposed.
Why they are opposing? No, censor board already cleared that. No, it's a real story happened in Kerala. Hundreds of women from Kerala already sent to Syria. Why they are sending to Syria? So love jihad and the sending to Syria is ISIS is very common in Kerala.
The latest political tussle comes after the Idukki Diocese Church screened the film for teenagers as part of an intensive training program. The BJP has called out the duplicity of the Chief Minister because on one hand, the CM has opposed the screening of the movie on Doordarshan, and on the other, a church has been permitted to screen the movie. Pinarayi Vijayan has time and again reiterated his fierce stand against the film. BJP claims that opposing the Kerala story is nothing but appeasement politics. But why is the Chief Minister mum on the church screening? That is the trending, burning question.
All right, welcome back. I'm joined in by Savio Rodrigues. He's editor-in-chief of Goa Chronicle, founder also. He leans towards the BJP, has been associated with the BJP, and we have Communist Party of India Marxist being represented by Subhash Chandran Kumar. He's a CPIM lawyer. He's joining us from Kerala. And if I could begin with you, Savio, if you were listening into the package, the Chief Minister of Kerala, Pinarayi Vijayan, objected to the movie being shown on the national network Doordarshan. And now, of course, we have objections coming in because a church has screened the Kerala story. And the reason is that the Kerala story sort of chronicles some aspects of what is called love jihad. Now, according to the Communist Party, this is malicious propaganda. And this is aimed at communally polarizing, particularly vilifying the Muslims of Kerala. How do you respond?
Well, the Kerala story, Abhishek, is not something that has come out right now.
You mean to say the movie or the theme? I think there's some problem with the video link of Savio. We'll try and connect. The PCR perhaps can disconnect and connect him again. But Subhash Chandran, my question is, on what basis you say that this is malicious propaganda when the church itself is interested in sensitizing its youth towards the possibilities of this kind? They are not saying it's targeted any religion. They are saying that this is possible, and that's why we are just sensitizing, educating the youth about this subject. Why should you object?
Abhishek, on what basis you say there is a love jihad? On what basis you say this is a real...
Subhash, can you unmute yourself?
I challenge Mr. Savio.
Yes, please.
At least name 10 incidents in Kerala. You are saying that in the movie it's saying that 32,000 women have been moved to Syria and they have the love jihad is there. I challenge, if he name at least 10, we will give him 1 crore rupees. For each name, we will give him 10 lakh rupees. Just name
you can keep
at least
the 10 lakhs
names.
on the 1 crore.
Oh, that's a bounty, Savio.
Let me tell you to keep that 1 crore or 10 lakhs. You please answer to what the Bishop Joseph Kalaranganta had said as far as love jihad is concerned. Let me quote what he said. Sorry, I got bumped off. Let me quote what he said. Like in other parts of the world, There is
We
a
have
section
seen
of
how the
Muslims in
nuns
Kerala
are
who want to
One by one, we have a lot of time. It's just two people, one by one. Subhash will get to respond.
You should have teach them.
Subhash Chandran, you will get to respond. Please hold back. One by one, let's keep it clear and audible. So Savvy, hold on. It's not a slanging match. It's just one versus one. The format is one versus one. You have a lot of time. Subhash Chandran, you will get your time. Savio, I asked you a question, your frame freezed, and that's why I went to Subhash Chandran. But quickly you respond. The charge is that this is malicious propaganda, and this is aimed at vilifying the Muslim community, and that's why it should not be screened. And you are targeting young, which is not good.
Well, let me answer to that. The problem is not a BJP problem. The problem is a problem in Kerala that was brought to the notice of the people of India way back in 2020, 4 years back, on January 14, the Bishop of Pallai Diocese, Joseph Kalarangat, highlighted the concerns that the Christian community is having in Kerala with regards to love jihad and Islamic radicals. Let me quote what he says. In a democratic country like ours, since it's not easy to use weapons to destroy people of other faiths, jihadis are using means which are not easily identifiable. In the view of jihadis, non-Muslims are to be destroyed. Whether the objective is an expansion of their religion and the destruction of non-Muslims, the means they use are of different forms. Two of such widely discussed means today are love jihad and narcotics jihad. This is not the BJP. This is a senior church leader in Kerala raising an alarm to the growing Islamic radicalism in Kerala. According to them, the Christian girls are being targeted by Islamic radicalists with the idea of conversion, which is why you had a case of Nimisha who got converted and went to ISIS in Syria. So please look inward and ask the church, which has had rightly pointed out to the problem of Islamic radicalism. It is not the BJP. The BJP did raise its voice before. It will continue to raise the voice. Now the Catholic Church, a minority, as you all look at it, is saying the same thing.
Okay, so Subhash Chandran, it's not the BJP, and it's a minority, the Christian minority, which is time and again repeatedly picking up the issue or standing by on this subject. So Subhash Chandran, you're targeting the BJP does not hold good. So how would you respond to this?
Abhishek, this is not an issue of the minority or the Christian community. This is the issue of some Christian leaders who are with the BJP. The believers, the other priests, the other bishops, or many others are opposing this move. And how the Christian leaders, how these churches are means forgetting the Manipur issue, how easily they are forgetting the great.
What do you know about Manipur, my friend?
Children. So let me complete. I challenge him. At least you give me 10 names.
No, let him complete. Let him complete.
Kerala. So at least you give me 10 names from Kerala. Now you are saying that there are many incidents. You just name, sir. If you have data, I challenge you in a public TV, one of the leading TV of this nation. You just give me 10 names. So there is nothing. It's a propaganda film, and BJP, the church leaders, they stand with the BJP and they stand for the BJP. Just to avoid the ED raids, the CBI raids, which are faced by the church leaders, and instead of showing this the Kerala story, they should have teach their sons how to save their lives from the bishops who are sexually exploited inside the churches.
Mr. Chandra, may I?
Okay, Subhash Chandran.
Okay.
No. So, Savio, hold on. Let me moderate this. No, Savio, hold on. Subhash Chandran, since you are saying that this is propaganda and far removed from facts, can I just inject some facts? So, in August 2009, as far back as that, it was in a Kerala High Court order that the word love jihad was used for the first time. So, it was subsequently perhaps that it became an agenda
for the right-wing organizations, even then not the BJP, perhaps the Vishwa Hindu Parishad, perhaps some other Hindutva or organizations in Kerala and Karnataka, but it was a Kerala High Court order which used the word itself for the first time. It's the church which has been off and on almost every year, 2009, 2010, 2011, 2014, 2019, 2020, they have been picking it up. It's not the church in Idukki, it's the Kerala Catholic Bishops' Conference, and they have claimed that instances of love jihad have targeted as many as 4,000 of Christian women between 2005 and 2012. This was a statement of Kerala Catholic Bishops' Conference in 2020, Subhash Chandran. So, I mean, you can say that there are some Christian leaders associated with the BJP, but the Kerala Catholic Bishops' Conference is not, perhaps, right?
So, Abhishek, this is simply, I say, this is Islamophobia. This is Islamophobia, which is widening in the world. So it's widely means.
You're saying the fathers
propagating.
The Kerala Catholic Bishops' Conference is Islamophobic. You mean to say the National Commission for Minorities? You mean to say the National Commission for Minorities, which is a constitutional body, which writes to the MHA in September 2020 that this issue needs to be looked into? You're saying they are Islamophobic, right? A constitutional body is Islamophobic.
Let me speak. You picked up. You said that in 2009, the first time the Kerala High Court has said about the love jihad. After 2009, this is 2024. After 15 years, in these 15 years, 10 years, BJP was in the role in the center, and they have investigated through their multiple agencies, and they did not find. There are fringe elements in every society, a microscopic minority. I don't say I am not denying that fact. There are fringe elements in every society which should be defeated by the secular forces. But
microscopic minority? You're talking about Parsis?
No, these fringe elements are the microscopic minority in every society. It's there in the Goa also. It's there in UP also. It's there in Delhi also. It's not only in Kerala. So the BJP, the right-wing forces, they just want to defend the Kerala. They just want to destroy the secular fabric of the Kerala. That's why they are picking up this issue, this Kerala story. Why there is no UP story? Uttar Pradesh story is not there. Why there is no Gujarat story? Why there is no Manipur story? They are how easily they are forgetting about the Manipur, which means still people have been killed. Means very recently people have been killed. Hundreds of this Christian community, people have been killed.
Sorry, stop spreading fake.
So how easily they are
spreading fake information.
Stop
spreading fake information.
No, Savio, hold on.
So
okay, Savio, hold on. Now, let me structure this for you, Savio. So the question is, Savio, that is it just the Syro-Malabar Church, which means that it's only one particular sect within the larger Christian community which has problems, perhaps in one particular geography of Kerala, and you are sort of amplifying it beyond the real facts on the ground, Savio?
Let me explain to you. You need to understand the structure of the Catholic Church. The Syro-Malabar structure of the Catholic Church is the largest in South India with regards to the Catholic Christian denomination. The Catholics are the largest population of Christian believers in India. And after the Roman Catholics, it's the Syro-Malabar Catholics that are even larger. So in terms of a Christian minority feeling or outreach or apprehension, in this case, the Syro-Malabar is extremely strong in south of India, in particular Kerala. So when the Syro-Malabar Catholic Church raises a concern of Islamic radicalism, then not only the state government, it is also the center has to look at it very clearly. Because if you remember the Nimisha case and Sonia Sebastian case, these were the two cases that were written about extensively. In fact, in my conversation...
The fourth one.
Subhash Chandran, you got two names. Does Savio get 20 lakh rupees?
That I agree. There are 2-3 cases.
So now you're agreeing. Can I give you some more names?
Challenge him. Give me 5 names.
Can I give you some more names? Can I give you some more names, Subhash? Let me finish.
Yes,
No,
you
let
have
me-
given two. Does that make it
let me
20
have-
lakhs?
have the
You are
BJP
saying
allow
that
me to
30,
finish.
32,000.
So you were
Just give me
talking
10
about
minutes.
Manipur, right? So let me explain to you what is happening in Manipur. Manipur is an ethnic conflict surrounded by narcotics control. Kerala, on the other hand, is a direct Islamic radicalization. In fact, I am telling you, you don't want to believe me, don't believe me. But Kerala is moving towards becoming like Kashmir, and that is why the Syro Malabar Church,
You want that only. You want to just
of the Christian
brand Kerala like
denominations
Kashmir,
has stood
and
up
you want to
against
destroy the
Islamic
Kerala like
radicalism.
Kashmir. That's it.
And they will continue to stand because they know what Islamic radicalism is doing to the young
Okay,
girls
Savio, hold
and the young
on. Savio, hold on.
Kerala.
Savio, hold on. Savio, hold on. You have given two names. Subhash Chandran says that you will get 10 lakh rupees per name. But my more serious question is, Subhash Chandran, you have heard the name of V.S. Achyutanandan, right? He was the Chief Minister of Kerala and he belonged to Communist Party of India, Marxist, right? You are a lawyer for that party. He was not connected with RSS. He never went to Nagpur. He was not connected with Vishwa Hindu Parishad. He was not an Islamophobe. I believe you would want to believe that your party is not a party of Islamophobes, right? Now, he said in 2010 that PFI has plans to Islamize Kerala using money and marriages. This is V.S. Achyutanandan. No connection whatsoever with Syro Malabar Church, with the Kerala Catholic Bishops Conference, with the VHP, with the RSS, with the BJP.
You don't pick up the statement. This statement is against against an organization, a radical organization called PFI, Popular Front of India, which is banned by the central government, which is now under the ban.
Okay, you concede that much? Do you concede that much that PFI did have love jihad plans?
Terrorist organization. We stand against such terrorist organization. We stand against such movements. But you cannot you cannot say that the entire Muslim community or the entire Islamic community are doing this.
Okay, I'll press further. Uman Chandi. I'll press further. You have sort of partly conceded that maybe not the community, which even we don't say. We don't blame the community, any community. We are saying some elements. You are saying PFI, which is now a banned terror organization, they had plans. V.S. Achyutanandan of your party had said that, and so you concede. But more importantly, Uman Chandi, another name, though of course not of the Communist Party, of the Congress Party. Uman Chandi, another Chief Minister of Kerala, not connected with RSS or BJP, Subhash Chandran, in June, or to be more precise, 25th of June 2012, in response to an unstarred question in Kerala Assembly, he gave a written reply in which he said that between 2006 and 2012, 2,667 young girls had converted to Islam. In the same period, only 79 young girls converted to Christianity and only 2 girls converted to Hinduism. So obviously, there is something which is happening which the Communist Party wants to, as of now, brush under the carpet. The Kerala story focuses on it. It's not a banned film. It's a censor board approved film. And because it makes you uncomfortable vis-a-vis your constituency, and it's wrong to be patronizing, because you are right that it's not the entire community, it's just few elements. And the community should not be painted with that brush. But what's wrong if those facts come out? By the way, the question to which Uman Chandi responded, Subhash Chandran, was asked by a CPM MLA, KK Lathika. And the MLA, the legislator, wanted this to be investigated, inquired into, the issue of forced conversions. So how do you defend V.S. Achyutanandan saying that, your MLA Lathika saying that, Congress's Uman Chandi saying that, and now you are saying it's a BJP conspiracy? None of these names are belonging to the BJP.
Abhishek, we are in 2024. You are picking up the issues from 2009, 2012. And I said from 2014, the BJP is in power in the center, and they have investigated. The BJP agencies, the central agencies have investigated many times into this issue, and they have found that there is nothing is there called this love jihad. and they have stated that also. So now in 2024, before the election, you want some political agenda, some political propaganda, and for that you are joining the hands with some people who are facing the ED raids, who are fearing the CBI raids, and you are just picking up those persons from the churches. And many believers, many priests, many fathers are against the stand of the Syro Malabar Sabha, the Syro Malabar Church. So we should understand that this is not a unanimous.
Okay, Subhash Chandran. So unfortunately, I have to end this here because a breaking news development is coming in. You are saying that this is a church spokesperson or BJP spokesperson. V.S. Achyutanandan, Ooman Chandi are not belonging to the church or BJP. But breaking news development coming in, a big one, that after a detailed hearing, a PMLA adjudicating authority has confirmed that provisional attachment order of assets worth rupees 750 crores in the Associated Journal Limited and Young India case, which is connected with the Congress party, is right. It's a big development. The court approving the order of 750 crores worth of property attachment, upholding that rather, and this is essentially this. What this means is that the AJL property worth 750 crore rupees, which was attached by the Enforcement Directorate by a court after an ED investigation, is right. This order has come. We'll try and connect with Shawan Sen if we can get him on phone. This order has come by a PMLA adjudicating authority, and this is addressed to Naveen Rana of the Enforcement Directorate, the officer, Deputy Director of the Enforcement Directorate, and this is the ED versus the Associated Journals Limited, an enterprise of the Congress party, and their property worth 750 crore rupees was attached because remember the Congress party. Okay, I'm told Shawan Sen is live with us, in fact, from our Delhi newsroom. Shawan, over to you if you can share details of what exactly is this order about and what this means for the Congress party.
Well, in fact, 750 crore rupees worth of properties were attached by the Enforcement Directorate. Now, this comes across as a big boost for the Enforcement Directorate, keeping in mind an appellate authority has basically upheld this entire matter, the provisional attachment order that has also been accessed by Republic TV, in which there's a clear mention of the incorporation of the company. Now, with regards to the Associated Journals Limited, which happens to be the publisher of National Herald, remember the case that was being probed by the Enforcement Directorate, this is what they say in the attachment order, and I'm quoting from the order that has been accessed by Republic TV. They say that Young Indian Company, which was incorporated with a nominal paid up capital of 5 lakh rupees, wherein Sonia Gandhi, Rahul Gandhi collectively owned about 76% of the shares. This was as per the findings of the Enforcement Directorate. This has now also found a mention in the order of the appellate authority, in which they have given the approval for the attachment to be done. Remember, this was not challenged by the Associated Journal, which is effectively means that the attachment continues. The properties or the assets that have been linked to National Herald have all been attached now by the Enforcement Directorate and has also been upheld by the appellate authority. Second, they are also indicating the fact that the outstanding amount of Associated Journal, which had basically come under the scatter of the Enforcement Directorate and the Income Tax Department, clearly goes on to indicate that this remains under the spectrum of the appellate authority. The appellate authority basically has indicated that the evidence that has come into the fore is a clear indication of the fact that this remains with the Enforcement Directorate because it hasn't been challenged by any of the authorities or, for that matter, entities whose assets have already been attached. Well, slipping into a short break. On the other side, the big debate coming up with Editor-in-Chief Arnab Goswami.
Kane, sir, your dinner.
On a tile? It's antibacterial.
Scratch resistant also.
The plates? Kane bhai, it's a tile ad.
IM Plus टेक्नोलॉजी से बने वर्ल्ड क्लास टाइल्स टाइल हो तो सिंपल हो।
आपने मेरा काम देखा, हर पल देश के नाम। और मैं आपको कहता हूं 24/7 फॉर 2047, ये मोदी हर पल आपके नाम, हर पल देश के नाम। और इसलिए मोदी कहता है, आपका सपना मोदी का संकल्प है।
Kane, sir, your dinner.
On a tile? Arey, it's antibacterial.
Scratch resistant also.
But plates? Kane bhai, it's a tile ad.
IM Plus टेक्नोलॉजी से बने वर्ल्ड क्लास टाइल्स। टाइल हो तो सिंपल हो।
Kane, sir, your dinner.
On a tile? Arey, it's antibacterial.
Easy to clean.
But plates? Kane bhai, it's a tile ad.
IM Plus टेक्नोलॉजी से बने वर्ल्ड क्लास टाइल्स। टाइल हो तो सिंपल हो।
9 years after PM Modi visited Tesla's manufacturing facility in California, his dream to bring Tesla to India is finally seeing the light. Tesla CEO Elon Musk announced plans to start manufacturing in India.
I can say he really wants to do the right thing for India. He wants to be open. He wants to be supportive of new companies.
Kane, sir, your dinner.
On a tile? Arey, it's antibacterial.
Scratch resistant also.
But plates? Kane bhai, it's a tile ad.
IM Plus टेक्नोलॉजी से बने वर्ल्ड क्लास टाइल्स। टाइल हो तो सिंपल हो।
Amity has been ranked India's #1 private university for the 11th year by India Today, a testimony to Amity's world-class education whilst imbibing values and sanskars in students.
Kane, sir, your dinner.
On a tile? Arey, it's antibacterial.
Easy to clean.
But plates? Kane bhai, it's a tile ad.
IM Plus टेक्नोलॉजी से बने वर्ल्ड क्लास टाइल्स। टाइल हो तो सिंपल हो।
मोदी कहता है कि पैसा सीधे लाभार्थी के बैंक खाते में जाए, लेकिन टीएमसी कह रही है कि केंद्र का पैसा पहले उनके खाते में आए। अब आप मुझे बताइए, जनता के हक का पैसा मैं टीएमसी को कैसे लूटने दूं?
Kane, sir, your dinner.
On a tile? Arey, it's antibacterial.
Scratch resistant also.
But plates? Kane bhai, it's a tile ad.
IM Plus टेक्नोलॉजी से बने वर्ल्ड क्लास टाइल्स। टाइल हो तो सिंपल हो।
Sunday is synonymous with holiday, a day off in most countries except in Germany, where it is not just rest, but it is considered sacred. The Sunday rest is followed so strictly that it has been enshrined in law. And this law is applicable not only to humans but to robots as well. It all started with a legal battle brewing over the observance of Sunday rest. Tegut, a renowned retailer known for its innovative automated stores, found itself at the center of controversy. Tegut's futuristic automated stores are popular among consumers seeking convenience, especially on Sunday.
जिस शक्ति के आगे हम शीश झुकाते हैं, उस शक्ति को उखाड़ फेंकने की बात ये कांग्रेस के नेता कर रहे हैं। शक्ति का कोई भी उपासक इंडी गठबंधन को इस अपमान के लिए माफ नहीं करेगा।
दो 2014 में सरकार में आने के बाद मोदी ने कांग्रेस की लूट का लाइसेंस ही कैंसिल कर दिया है। और मोदी ये लाइसेंस इसलिए कैंसिल कर पाया क्योंकि
From the Delhi studios of Republic TV, it's time for Arnab Goswami on The Debate.
Arnab Goswami on The Debate at 9, presented by Amity University, powered by RP Sanjeev Goenka, Policy Bazaar, Ashok Leyland, co-powered by Belcol and Fabricare.
Good evening and welcome, ladies and gentlemen. The Aam Aadmi Party is breaking up today in yet another resignation. One of the senior most members of the Arvind Kejriwal cabinet, one of the most seasoned ministers, one of the most senior ministers, in fact holding the important portfolio of Labour, the Labour Minister of Delhi has quit, saying he can't tolerate Arvind Kejriwal's corruption anymore. He says, I can't tolerate the corruption in the Delhi government anymore. This is an insider. Man who till 2 days back was swearing on Arvind Kejriwal. One of his most trusted colleagues, the Labour Minister of Delhi, has said he has to quit because after the Delhi High Court pulled up Arvind Kejriwal as a conspirator responsible for distributing the proceeds of crime. He says that is an observation of the Delhi High Court that has forced him to quit the Aam Aadmi Party. Now you may say he's an opportunist, and you all know the old proverb about rats jumping off the sinking ship. And this may well be the case of this one cabinet minister of the Aam Aadmi Party quitting the sinking ship when the going is getting rough. But can you imagine? The group that started with promises of cleaning up Indian politics, now 10 years later facing a series of resignations from their own people who say the corruption of the Aam Aadmi Party, the corruption of the AAP government, the corruption in the Kejriwal government has become intolerable. Another question. Arvind Kejriwal's arrest was made into a call for unity at the Ramleela Maidan a few days back, and they said he's an innocent man. These are all charges of the BJP. We will believe the charges only when the courts say it. They said we'll go by the courts. We have belief in the judicial process of the country. And on that basis, he was made into a victim, and posters were made of him behind bars saying people must feel sympathetic towards him. But ladies and gentlemen, after what the courts have said, what happens to the other parties in the India Alliance, as well as the news portals who have been running campaigns describing his arrest as an example of an electoral autocracy in India? Will they accuse the courts of working to promote that electoral autocracy? Will they say now that the judges are promoting electoral autocracy in India? Ladies and gentlemen, what the court has said about Kejriwal's involvement in the liquor scam is a slap in the face of all those groups in India and abroad who were saying, look here, things are so bad in India that an innocent man is getting arrested. Today the court says the man is not innocent. Prima facie, there's a huge case of money laundering against him. The allegations against him are very serious. The evidence that is there against him is also very serious. The arrest is completely, absolutely legal. The man is a conspirator distributing the proceeds of crime. Things the court says. The court says these things. What will the lobby respond with? Debate 1 tonight, viewers. A huge extended debate as people begin to quit the Aam Aadmi Party. Debate 1. Debate number 2 this evening. The Supreme Court rejects another series of apologies by Ramdev. Uses very strong language. But is Patanjali being singled out? What happens to the other big FMCG companies who make bombastic claims to mislead millions of Indians, including young children? What happens to the claims they make? All those people promising sugary health, powders and all kinds of supplements which they sell at huge profit margins. What happens to them? Is Patanjali being singled out? Debate number 3 tonight, viewers. 750 crore attachment of the AGL case. The Congress Party's big cascading corruption cases. The money they made all going away from them. What are they going to do? What are they going to do? What is this family going to do when they are losing everything? Debate number 3 tonight, and here are the headlines. This Wednesday evening on the Debate Tonight. Day after the Delhi High Court pins the Arvind Kejriwal link to Liquorgate, Delhi Minister Raj Kumar Anand quits the cabinet saying the corruption in the AAP government is just too much.
हम जानते हैं कुछ लोग इस लड़ाई में पीछे हटेंगे, कुछ लोग टूटेंगे, किसी का मनोबल कमजोर होगा।
AAP on the back foot claims they know that more party leaders will now tender their resignation. As the AAP implodes, the Indie bloc goes into silent mode after the High Court order. Massively pulled up Patanjali and Baba Ramdev. The Supreme Court rejects another series of apologies filed by Ramdev in the misleading ads case. Pulls up the authorities, says, we will rip you apart. Another huge setback to the Congress party as 750 crore attachment in the AGL case is upheld. And the Prime Minister's most aggressive campaign in Tamil Nadu continues. Spotlight on Anna Malai. Ladies and gentlemen, the High Court order in the Delhi Liquorgate case has wreaked havoc within the Aam Aadmi Party. Kejriwal is in jail. And today, the situation is so bad within the Aam Aadmi Party that one of the most senior ministers in the Aam Aadmi Party, Delhi's Labour Minister, resigned. He tendered his resignation saying there's too much corruption in the Aam Aadmi Party. And in fact, the situation is such that the India Alliance, which had rallied behind Kejriwal, is now completely silent. Finger on their lips, they say, we will not say one word anymore. Things aren't looking good for the AAP. Let's debate.
इस प्रकार की गणतंत्र की हत्या हो जा रही देश के अंदर, इसके खिलाफ पूरा हिंदुस्तान के अंदर आवाज उठ रहे।
अरविंद केजरीवाल जी को अरेस्ट करने से भारतीय जनता पार्टी की पूरी दुनिया में थू-थू हो रही है। पूरी दुनिया में थू-थू हो रही है। एक ही व्यक्ति है जिसके आरोप में, और सरकार जो चाहे वो कर सकती है।
तो महारैली दिल्ली में हो रहा है। अरविंद केजरीवाल जी की गिरफ्तारी, हेमंत सोरेन की गिरफ्तारी, यूएपीए का लगातार इस्तेमाल और विपक्ष के खिलाफ ईडी, सीबीआई, आईटी का इस्तेमाल, ये सब बिल्कुल स्पष्ट होता है कि ये सरकार किसी भी हालत में खुद ही अपने ऊपर आत्मविश्वास नहीं रखते हैं।
They had to arrest him. They could have done it earlier also. The timing of how they are tackling the opposition is is in suspicion. The opposition leaders and the opposition parties, they're trying to scare us into submission.
The India Alliance that held a mega rally against Arvind Kejriwal's arrest is in cold stone silence today. This even as the Delhi High Court's stinging order held Kejriwal responsible for formulating the liquor policy. With questions emerging in Kejriwal's direct link to the scam, the internal rift within the Aam Aadmi Party is now out in open. Delhi Minister Raj Kumar Anand has resigned from the cabinet and has quit the party, citing concerns over the High Court order.
कल से पहले ऐसा लग रहा था कि हमें फंसाया जा रहा है, लेकिन कल जब हाई कोर्ट का जो डिसीजन आया है, हाई कोर्ट ने जो कैटेगरिकली बोला है, उससे ऐसा लगा कि कहीं ना कहीं हमारे यहाँ गड़बड़ है।
But the Aam Aadmi Party continues to cry vendetta politics.
कि हम हवाई बातें कर रहे थे या भाजपा की मंशा ये थी कि केजरीवाल को गिरफ्तार करो और पार्टी को तोड़ो।
The India Alliance that supported Kejriwal to the hill, will it stand by him or support the court order? Let's debate.
Anmol Pawar, now you have a lot of people quitting the AAP, talking about the corruption within the Aam Aadmi Party. And Mr. Sabharwal, the matter is serious. These are people who have been with the Aam Aadmi Party since the inception. Senior most ministers, it's not even like Anmol can come and say, we don't care about these people, who are these people, that kind of. Ye aapke hi log hain. Sanju Verma, welcome. Neil Basu, welcome. Akashdeep Puni, welcome. Rajat Sethi, welcome. Now, Anmol, why did your senior most minister quit the Aam Aadmi Party, quit the cabinet? And, now your party leaders are saying, we know that others will also quit. So, you do understand, Mr. Anmol Pawar, that these are your own people who joined with some hope, with some aspiration, and with some promise. And if they are feeling so let down, you do owe them an explanation. Don't you?
Arnab,
don't you?
I think that, Arnab, I believe that he's the victim of the Vikas model of Bharatiya Janata Party, where V stands for victimizing opposition leaders, I stands for imaginary data, K stands for killing democracy, A stands for accommodating corrupt, and S stands for systematic misuse of ED and CBI. And this model is operating at maximum capacity today. The fact is that he very categorically said recently that the ED at working at the behest of BJP is threatening him, is pressurizing him. The ED conducted raid on 23rd of November for 22 hours. And in fact, his family members were also threatened that they'll be put behind bars. He has been called for interrogation again on 12th of April. And that is the reason he succumbed under pressure and he has resigned today.
Arnab,
this
strategy
of Bharatiya Janata Party. That is not what he has said. One minute. Just one minute. That is not what he has said. 1 minute, please. That is not what he has said. That is what you are saying, and that is what you are assuming. It is becoming difficult for you to accept that you are being seen to be a party that is tolerating. No, I'm sorry, but that is... You can't put words in the mouth of a man like this. He is saying, I can't take it anymore because AAP government has become too corrupt. No. You
Not at all.
Let
Arnab,
Sanju
not at
respond
all.
now. I'm going to open this up, viewers.
Can I make one more point?
What do you mean
Can I
not
make
at all?
one more
That's
point?
precisely what he has said.
Come on, let
No,
me
but that
have
is
my say,
precisely
then you
what
can
he has
rebut me.
said.
Can I make one more point? Arnab, this same court, we have respect for the
That is
institution.
precisely
we
what he
believe
has
in
said.
Arnab, we believe in the law of land, but we respectfully disagree with the order passed by the Honorable Delhi High Court. The same bench made similar observations while rejecting the bail application of Mr. Sanjay
Why
Singh.
are people
and that decision
quitting
was,
AAP saying that you are
Arnab,
corrupt?
that
Why
decision
are
was
people?
overturned by the
Why are
Honorable
so many
Supreme Court.
people quitting the AAP saying you're corrupt? Oh, so now you don't like the court. You don't like people who say you're corrupt. You don't like your leaders who have quit saying that you're corrupt. You don't like anything.
See, we have challenged the order of Honorable Delhi High Court before the Supreme Court. Each level of judiciary plays a crucial role in upholding the rule of law, and we believe in this. We believe that the Honorable Supreme Court will
If the
certainly
Supreme Court does not give you relief, you will say we don't like the Supreme Court also.
Making zero sense.
We never said that. We never said
What
that.
if the Supreme Court upholds what the High Court has said? What if the Supreme Court upholds what the High Court has said? Tell me.
We cannot comment on assumptions and presumptions. I think we must wait for the court to decide, because the fact is that the Enforcement Directorate has not informed the court. In fact, they have not placed on record 20,000
Arnab, this cannot be a monologue. I need to make my rebuttal, please.
In which 12 statements are there of P. Sharad Reddy, which were in favor of Mr. Kejriwal, 5 statements of another approver, Magunta Reddy, which were in favor of Mr. Kejriwal, and 2 statements of Raghav Magunta, which were in favor of Mr. Kejriwal. And the approver comes into play when there's
I don't understand.
This man is going
last
on
time you
and
told me you're some
rambling.
kind of a lawyer.
Zero sense.
Do you 1 minute? Anmol, I'm getting the others in now.
The BJP
1 minute,
needs to put its
You
point
may say
across.
anything. Please understand. 1 minute. Just 1 minute. Sanju, 1 minute. I want to tell the AAP spokespersons and the pro-AAP voice all, you can say anything. You can try and put as much of a serious expression, try and look aggrieved, hope that you'll get people's sympathy, hope that people will feel that you have been a hurt party. But at the end of the day, if the court says you are corrupt, you are corrupt.
At the end of the day,
Court
people
says
will
you are
vote for us
corrupt.
because they know
The court says you are corrupt, you are corrupt.
because they know we are innocent.
Now,
nothing has been proved.
Now the court, what
In fact, the
Sanju, I'll
trial
just tell
has
you what
not
the
even
court
been
says.
started.
I'll tell you what the court
charge sheet has
says.
been
1 minute. The Raj Kumar Anand says, fraud की एक सीमा होती है. There is a limit to fraud. आए थे corruption खत्म करने, खुद corrupt और भ्रष्ट हो गए. They came to remove corruption. Today they are the most corrupt. मेरे लिए मंत्री पद पर रहकर इस सरकार में काम करना असहज हो गया है. इन भ्रष्ट आचरण में अपना नाम नहीं जोड़ना चाहता. I don't want to join my name with this corrupt people in this corrupt party and the corrupt government. These are things, viewers, that a person till yesterday he was with them. Now, Sanju is responding. It's a really clear indictment. Sanju is on the debate.
Yes,
Sanju, listen to you last 10 minutes. Sanju.
Yes. Last 10 minutes, I've been, coming into the debate at 9:19. 19 minutes I've been listening to him almost. And he made zero sense. First and foremost, let's be very clear. Arnab, what is this? Why is this man, I've barely begun and, he started heckling me.
Now, there's no need to. There's no need. You continue, please. 1 versus 1.
Thank you.
Please don't fight.
Yes.
4 can be on the screen. No interruptions right now. It won't be fair. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
No, I'm not the one who's heckling, but if somebody heckles me, I'm not going to take kindly to that. Please get that very clear, loud and clear. Thank you. Now, let me be very clear, Arnab. I think you've actually set the tone and tenor of the debate by clearly highlighting very important portions of the Delhi High Court judgment yesterday, which was not to decide whether Arvind Kejriwal should be given bail or not. Arvind Kejriwal had said that his remand itself is illegal, his custodial interrogation is illegal, and the Delhi High Court categorically said that his remand is not in contravention of law. So, pehli baat to ye hai that the custodial interrogation and the remand of Arvind Kejriwal is absolutely legal. The second point, I remember on a zillion debates, especially on your show, when I said Dinesh Arora turned approver, Sunny Marwa has started singing like a canary. Abhishek Boinpulli, Arun Ramchandra Pillai, Vijay Nair, Sameer Mahendru, Amit Arora, Amandeep Dhar, all these people
Today's
have either
bios
turned
pictures are
approver.
not there.
Can I please finish? Either these people have turned approver or have started singing like a canary in front of the probe agencies. What did Aam Aadmi Party people, what was their best defense then, Arnab, if you recall? They used to say, Arey, approver ki statement does not have any credibility. So what if Dinesh Arora turned approver via section 306 of the CRPC? Dinesh Arora ki baat ki to koi credibility nahi hai. And yesterday, what I liked best about Justice Swaran Sharma's verdict was when it was highlighted to the Aam Aadmi Party, to Abhishek Manu Singhvi, the counsel for Arvind Kejriwal. Abhishek Manu Singhvi was given a rap on his knuckles by the Delhi High Court, and it said that when you are casting an aspersion on the approver, you are actually casting an aspersion on the judiciary. And then in Hindi, what did the judge say? Approver ki statement enforcement directorate nahi likhti hai. Approver ki statement judicial magistrate likhte hain. So do not cast aspersions on the approver because that statement is made duly in front of a judicial magistrate. I think that was a very important point, completely shredding to bits and pieces this entire narrative that the enforcement directorate is not following protocol. Now, point number 3, it has been said, proceeds of crime to hai nahi. अरे कहाँ है पैसा बताओ? अरविंद केजरीवाल के घर से कुछ नहीं मिला, सत्येंद्र जैन के घर से कुछ नहीं मिला, Manish Sisodia के घर से कुछ नहीं मिला. Even that lie was nailed when the judge said that it is very clear that the proceeds of crime were used in the Goa elections. That is something that Durgesh Pathak, an Aam Aadmi Party MLA, will soon corroborate because he's also been called by the Enforcement Directorate. And along with Atishi Marlena, Durgesh Pathak, these were the two people in charge of the Goa elections. So I'm sure when Atishi and Durgesh Pathak start singing like a canary, the house of cards of Arvind Kejriwal will come crumbling down. हालांकि बचा ही नहीं है कुछ, अस्तित्व तो पूरा खत्म हो चुका है केजरीवाल का. But what I found most appalling was that on debate after debate, not you or not, but I was in a debate before coming on your show, and the anchor had the audacity to ask me, do you think, Sanju Verma, this is a litmus test for the Enforcement Directorate? Do you think the Enforcement Directorate is doing its job? I mean, excuse me, आप चोर से सवाल नहीं करते हो, आरोपी से सवाल नहीं करते हो, आप थानेदार से सवाल कर रहे हो. And when I told her shame on that media, which is actually putting a gun to the ED's head rather than asking tough questions of Kejriwal, suddenly I was blacked out. And the anchor started saying, we ask questions to everybody, we are neutral media, we are falana, we are dhamkina. Anyway, I don't want to say who the anchor or what the channel was. But the most important point is also this, and I will just read out in 10 seconds because I don't want to be misquoted, nor will I misquote what the Honorable Delhi High Court said. I think this is the most important part of the judgment. This court holds that this court would not lay down two different categories of laws, one for common citizens and the other granting special privileges to be extended by investigating agencies to a chief minister or any other person in power only on the basis of being in that public office, since that public office is enjoyed by that public figure only due to the mandate of the public. This was made amply clear by the Delhi High Court when Abhishek Manu Singhvi kept saying, "Arey, ye to chief minister hai. How could he be arrested? Arey, he was a sitting chief minister." So the Delhi High Court made it very clear Arvind Kejriwal has not parachuted from Mars, Jupiter or Venus. He's not above the law of the land. And my last point is this. Have you forgotten Om Prakash Chautala? Have you forgotten N. Karunanidhi? Have you forgotten Lalu Prasad Yadav? Have you forgotten J. Jayalalitha? Have you forgotten Madhu Koda?
I will only now Sanju, you must conclude. I will make one point tonight. I will make one point tonight. One point.
Can I
tonight.
respond, Arnab?
I will make one point tonight. One just 1 minute. Just 1 minute. Viewers, the debate it's 9:25. I must be allowed to at least tell the people of the country what Raj Kumar Anand has said. And viewers, Raj Kumar Anand, Romesh Sabharwal has been a loyal AAP leader. In fact, Arvind Kejriwal took the name of Raj Kumar Anand as one of the leading lights of the Aam Aadmi Party. Manish Sisodia would take the name of Raj Kumar Anand, saying that these are the leaders who have made the party. Now, Raj Kumar Anand ने क्या कहा है? People have a right to know or not know. Sabarwal ji, yeah, they have. जोर से बोलिए ना. Yes. No. Do they have a right to know?
Definitely.
Then let me say it. सुनिए इसको.
बोलिए.
करप्शन की एक सीमा होती है.
Okay.
लोग समय में जाते हैं, एमएलए हैं, लोगों से मिलते हैं, लोग बोलते हैं आज हमें कि कहते तो थे तुम की राजनीति बदलने आए हो, मगर तुम तो हर वक्त करप्शन का साथ दे रहे हो और खुद भ्रष्टाचार की दलदल में फंस चुके हो. These are the words I'm saying. Listen, Anmol, don't be blind. Listen, everyone on.
Can I respond?
These are your people. How many people? आजकल कहते हैं अन्ना हजारे कौन? पूछते हैं आजकल आकाशदीप जी. अन्ना हजारे ने कहा शराब बोलते अन्ना हजारे कौन? राजकुमार आनंद कौन? नहीं, I'm point is सब लोग गलत हैं.
Let me speak.
सब लोग गलत हैं. You can speak, but I'm saying that do you realize? And
my submission is this.
What is your submission? Tell them.
Our party has to suffer more now. As the April will complete, our party has an influence in the northern states where the election in these states where they have an influence like Punjab, Chandigarh, Delhi, Haryana, Goa. In these states, the elections are going to take place in May and June. So they will have to suffer more now. The all bombardment will be from all the because
the courts bombarding. Sir, नहीं आप court पे क्यों ऐसा बोल रहे हैं? Why you alleging against the court?
Sir, I'm not.
No, what is?
Sir, I'm not alleging.
No, you are alleging against the court.
Raj Kumar Anand के घर पे कोर्ट चली गई थी, ईडी गई थी. 33 सीट्स का सवाल है. मोदी जी के नंबर डाउन हो रहे हैं, एक्सपोज हो गए हैं पूरे भारत के अंदर. इलेक्ट्रोल बॉन्ड से बड़ा स्कैम नहीं है. अगर प्राइम मिनिस्टर में दम है तो पीएम इस्तीफा दे. पता है कि कहां से गाय भूतल मारने वाली से पैसे ले लिए. आज तक दलित किसान से पैसे ले लिए.
आपका तो दलित किसान 750 करोड़.
इलेक्ट्रोल बॉन्ड से बड़ा स्कैम भारत में नहीं है. इससे बड़ा स्कैम संसार में नहीं है. जवाब दे. बीजेपी के नंबर गिर रहे हैं. बीजेपी घबरा गई है. अभी तो केजरीवाल के लोग मुझे लगता है कि पूरी सरकार के ऊपर अटैक होने वाला है. एलजी इधर से अटैक कर रहा है, उधर से प्रेसिडेंट रूल लागू करने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं, इधर से उसकी सरकार को पूरा भ्रष्ट घोषित करके. अरे ये कुछ तरीका है. चुनाव के समय
कंट्रोल कीजिए रमेश सबरवाल जी. कंट्रोल कीजिए, अपने आप को काबू में लाइए, अपने आप को कंट्रोल कीजिए. आपका संतुलन बिगड़ चुका है, आप शांत हो जाइए. आप कंट्रोल कीजिए. आप भावुक हो गए. यू आर बिकमिंग इमोशनल. डोंट बी ईमो. ईमो मत बनिए. Rajat is on the debate. Rajat.
This is an Oscar level theatrics that we all witnessed. You know, the deep down, the emotional outburst, there is a very important reason. Congress is rejoicing at the downfall of Kejriwal. For far too long, they had to carry the burden of Kejriwal because there was no other option.
Sabarwal is celebrating heart of heart.
They would be absolutely enjoying. They would be enjoying that one leader after the other leader. 5 Rajya Sabha MPs of Aam Aadmi Party are right now not in support of Aam Aadmi Party. The rank and file of Aam Aadmi Party is not with them. Congress is loving this moment. They couldn't express it in public because of that, that fake India alliance that they had created. But they have to, somehow realize that, the ground is shifting and they see fresh opening, a fresh light that they could recover lost ground in Delhi and they can recover lost ground in Haryana and Punjab. This is the reason why you just saw that emotional outburst from Sabarwal ji. This is the real reason. But now coming to the moot question, we have all been harping for a fairly long time that it is all about public morality. After the scathing remarks of the High Court, any decent, basic, half-decent person who is not interested in power for the sake of power, would have resigned the very moment in the High Court itself. The moment the High Court made such scathing remarks against Arvind Kejriwal, he should have stepped up and handed over the letter of resignation to any one of his own coterie, which would have been there in the courtroom, or perhaps to Abhishek Manu Singhvi, and he would have quit on that ground and said that my next leader is going to take charge of the party. What the High Court has said, that the money trail loop has been closed. What more scathing can be there, Arnab? When the High Court sitting justice comes out and says that this is what prima facie has been established, what moral right does he have to stay? Why should Delhi tolerate a corrupt chief minister even a single day? That is the moot question. Finally, ED said that this conviction will be a model conviction.
But equally, it is incumbent. It is absolutely 1,000,000% incumbent on Sanju Verma to give me one commitment tonight. It is very incumbent on Sanju Verma to give us all one little commitment tonight. And I know she will not deny us this commitment. Being a
You're scaring me.
spokesperson of the BJP, I want Sanju Verma to commit tonight that Raj Kumar Anand, the Delhi Labour Minister who has quit today,
will not join BJP.
Will not be taken into the BJP.
Good question. Very good question, Arnab.
They will go. They will take.
Okay.
They will take. They have a washing powder.
I think that question was for me.
He will go in their washing
No,
machine.
let her reply. No, why are you jumping the gun, sir? आप ऐसे कूदते क्यों हैं? आप काम हो जाइए. आप कभी इमोशनल, कभी कूदना. What's going on? Let her reply.
Arnab,
Yes,
let me try to soften you down. It was vintage Arnab Goswami. It was a phenomenal interview with the equally phenomenal S. Jaishankar a few days back. I saw it a couple of times and I still couldn't have enough of it. Now coming to your question, I'm not somebody who's going to shove things under the carpet. I say it as it is. My limited point is this. Let us not link who joins the BJP with the fact that there is a corrupt party. Its Supremo Arvind Kejriwal has lost the confidence of a majority MLAs. And भाई साहब मुझसे सवाल किया है. Why are you getting rattled? अर्नब गोस्वामी ने संजू वर्मा से सवाल किया है.
Akash, let her. Akash, Anmol, let her now. Anmol, you are very Anmol. Let her. Your silence is also very Anmol. Let her.
I don't know whether Anmol is
Let her
Anmol or
reply.
not.
Why are you jumping the gun? Are you Carl Sagan? No, sorry, not Carl Sagan. I meant Carl Lewis. चलो बोलिए.
अर्नब मुझे जवाब देने दीजिए. Arnab, with no offense to you, when Arnab Goswami says, will Sanju Verma commit that Raj Kumar Anand will not join the BJP? Is Arnab Goswami casting an aspersion on the Enforcement Directorate and assuming that any charges that the Enforcement Directorate has or any ongoing investigation or future investigation against Raj Kumar Anand will be dropped simply because there are chances that Raj Kumar Anand may join the BJP? अमित शाह ने आपको कहा था, अर्नब गोस्वामी, संजू वर्मा ने नहीं कहा था. When you asked Amit Shah at your conclave, he was very categorical. बीजेपी में यदि कोई आना चाहता है बीजेपी की आइडियोलॉजी को अपनाकर तो हम उसका स्वागत करेंगे, बट इसका मतलब ये नहीं कि इन्वेस्टिगेशन एजेंसी
he is being raided by the ED in November. But इनको ED ने raid किया है नवंबर में. But because he's been raided in November, that's why I'm asking you the question. ED raided him in November. ED raided his house in civil lines in November.
No. Has the investigation against Ajit Pawar been suspended or not? Yes or no? Answer is no. Has investigation against Narayan Rane been suspended? Yes or no? Answer is no. Has investigation against Janardhan Reddy been suspended? Yes or no? Answer is no. Has investigation against Surendra Adhikari been suspended? Yes or no? Answer is no. Has investigation against Naveen Jindal been suspended? Yes or no? Answer is no. Has investigation against Himanta Biswa Sarma been suspended? Yes or no? Answer is no. Has investigation against Chhagan Bhujbal been suspended? Yes or no? Answer is no. Has investigation against Yashwant Jadhav been suspended? Yes or no? Answer is no. So don't लिंक इन्वेस्टिगेशंस
प्रफुल्ल पटेल, yes or no? Yes.
या कौन बीजेपी से जा रहा है?
छगन भुजबल, yes or no? Yes.
फाइल खो दी किसी की तो
भाई
yes.
These are all yes.
yes होंगे.
The case against Praful Patel is closed.
बीजेपी में
The case against Sharan Bhujbal is closed.
Investigation will not be suspended. Even if P. Chidambaram joins the BJP tomorrow, P. Chidambaram के खिलाफ investigation will not be suspended. Even if Sonia Gandhi joins the BJP tomorrow, Sonia Gandhi के against National Herald scam की investigation
हम खत्म करेंगे बीजेपी को या हम ज्वाइन करेंगे बीजेपी को?
Get that loud and clear. The law of the land prevails.
इन सपनों में घूम
The
रहे
law
हो?
of the land is supreme.
Law of the land.
But you know, I'll tell you one.
Misuse.
I'll tell you one thing, Neil. Before I come to you, Neil, Anmol, listen to me. Really, one-on-one. Do give my question close attention. See that nobody told Arvind Kejriwal to say all the things and promise all the things and claim all the things that he has done in the past. ये खुद ब खुद suo moto उन्होंने की. He said, I will never be corrupt. He said, I will never be accused of corruption. He said that if anybody accuses me of corruption, I will go by what the court says. But he also said, if the court ever finds me corrupt, then I will leave politics, I will take sannyas, मुझे जेल में डाल दो, मैं बाहर नहीं आना चाहता. Now, Anmol, the court has found Arvind Kejriwal on the basis of the available evidence prima facie corrupt. Do you even realize the importance of what has happened, or are you not realizing what happened yesterday? The court has said prima facie Arvind Kejriwal is corrupt, and prima facie it has said that the arrest of the petitioner is on the basis of material which prima facie are incriminating qua the petitioner, which is Arvind Kejriwal. Do you realize how big this is?
Arnab,
did I tell you that go and say that if I am ever found in any court, pass any observations on me, I will... No, but you know, I'm sorry, 1 minute. At this point of time, you should be trying to explain to the people with some sense of humility that yes, the court is saying there is evidence against us on the basis of which we are accused of money laundering, concealing the proceeds of crime, indulging in a financial conspiracy. These are very serious things said by the court. And there should be some humility, but your approach is, what has the court said? We don't agree with the court. Go to hell. We don't believe you. You are nobody. We don't care. We fail. Atishi says we are innocent. We must be innocent. I mean, you're behaving like you're the oracle.
Can I respond?
You're sounding very like Kapil Sibal used to sound, you know. I'm sorry to have to take his name, but that's how Kapil Sibal used to sound when he said zero loss theory.
Election is going.
Anyway, you and Kapil Sibal are on the same side now, so, but still.
It's time for all this. Elections are going.
What election going? This is court, sir.
No, elections are going.
This is a court, Mr. Sabharwal.
ED has taken so much speed. They are not taking the speed of leaders which has gone to BJP from our parties. They are not taking action against them. They are only taking action against them they were B party, they came to India Alliance. Now they have to face the music. We know that. Because 33 सीट्स गई, 0 आने वाली है. हरियाणा में मिस्टर चौटाला इनको छोड़ गए, पंजाब में अकाली दल छोड़ गए, चंडीगढ़ में कैंडिडेट चेंज करना पड़ गया, दिल्ली में 7 में से 6 कैंडिडेट चेंज कर दिए. इनकी हालत बुरी होती जा रही है. पूरे भारत को मालूम चल गया है कि महंगाई के ऊपर प्रधानमंत्री को बोलना नहीं आता, प्राइस राइज की बात करनी नहीं आती.
इसका जवाब दो. सोनिया गांधी ने
प्राइस राइज पे बात करनी नहीं आती, बेरोजगारी पे बात करनी नहीं आती. देश का चाइना लूट के खा गया देश को, इतना एरिया ले गया. लद्दाख की सीट जारी इनके हाथ से. ये लोग परेशान है. इनके नंबर 200 के करीब आ रहे हैं, 200 से ऊपर बढ़ नहीं रहे. इनकी सरकार जा रही है. ये लोग बौखलाए हुए और उसका अटैक ध्यान बटाने के लिए, डाइवर्जन करने के लिए, दे वांट टू डाइवर्ट द इश्यूज टू आप पार्टी की तरफ लग गए हैं.
सोनिया गांधी रायबरेली छोड़कर क्यों?
अमेठी से राहुल गांधी लड़ेंगे, प्रियंका गांधी रायबरेली से लड़ेंगी. आपको क्या दर्द है? हमारे कैंडिडेट्स हैं, हम जब अनाउंस करेंगे. हम तो नहीं पूछ रहे आप किसको करोगे.
में तो
It is our prerogative. Our party has to decide who will contest,
Anmol,
who will not contest.
अरे छत्तीसगढ़ में तो बीजेपी
Anmol.
गई. And guess what? Congress was
can I be
Uttar
allowed to
Pradesh,
respond?
Rajasthan and Chhattisgarh. So
Will I
Mr.
get a
Saha,
level playing
Let
field in the debate?
Let Anmol come in. Anmol.
Arnab, I am expecting a level playing field in the debate.
Anmol, you do realize,
Can I respond?
I hope you
Can I
do
respond?
realize that the court has found Kejriwal on the
Arnab, can I
basis of
respond?
the evidence at hand, prima facie guilty.
Arnab,
You
I've
do
listened
realize
to
what
you.
the court has said.
I've
Are you
listened to
in
you
denial about it?
patiently. I've listened to you patiently. Can I respond now, Arnab?
Yes.
Arnab, this same court and this same bench of Honorable Justice Swankant Sharma made similar observations while rejecting the bail application of Mr. Sanjay Singh. The Honorable Supreme Court, when the matter reached to the Honorable Supreme Court on 2nd of March 2024, the Supreme Court demolished the entire case and stated very specifically that if the Enforcement Directorate will fight the case on merits, then they'll be forced to make an observations as per the mandate of Section 46 of PMLA Act, very clearly writing in the order that even a prima facie offense is not being made out. Secondly, I would like to respond to the baseless contentions made by
a small
Sanju ji.
counter to you. Small counter to you.
Arnab,
Small counter
we
to
are
you. Small counter to you. Please, Anmol, allow me a small counter because it is to you. I'm not taking it away from you. I want you. I want only you to speak. 1 minute, everyone quiet. Anmol, my counter. Sanju, please be quiet for 1 minute. My counter to you, Anmol, is this. 1 minute, Sanjay. Sanju, 1 minute. Sanju, I'm asking Anmol something. This is a moment in the debate. Viewers, 1 minute, Sanju. You are distracting me, Sanju. I'm talking to him. Let me speak to him. Please. Now my question to you is, and I'm requesting you, Anmol, think of every word you're going to say in response. You are quoting the case of Sanjay Singh, right? Tell me. Tell everybody. Did Vijay Nair testify against Sanjay Singh or testify and give a Section 50 PMLA 164 statement against Arvind Kejriwal?
Arnab,
Vijay Nair, right-hand man of Arvind Kejriwal.
Arnab,
he could not move without him. He has gone to court in 2 written statements saying the man is corrupt. Vijay Nair, your own, aapka apna.
Arnab,
now they will say Vijay Nair who?
Arnab, the four approvers. Let me respond, Sanjuji. The 4 approvers on the basis of which this entire
Vijay
case
Nair.
is moving upon. Arnab, can you allow me to complete?
Vijay Nair.
The first
Vijay
approver
Nair,
made
Vijay Nair
10 statements in favor of Mr. Arvind
Sanju, 1 minute. Sanju, 1 minute. Sanju, 1 minute. Sanju, 1 minute.
first
I know the
approver-
debate is hot, but we'll have to listen. Let
Arnab,
him
the
answer.
first approver, P. Sharad Reddy. Arnab, if she will not allow me to complete, I will not allow her to respond. I will also interrupt, and this debate will go on like this.
You had one
Because they are
Sanju, let him complete on this point, please. Sanju, come on. Sanju, now you know the same row applies to you. The shoe pinches when it's on the other foot. Now, this is not all right. This is not all right. This is not all right. This is not good. This is not good. Not good behavior. Please. Let her complete. Please let him complete.
Smile on your face.
Let him complete. Louder, Anmol.
Bharatiya Janata Party, Bangaru Lakshman was convicted for 4 years in defense raw deal. Don't give us lectures on morality. You're the last person from whom we will listen on lectures on morality.
Amit Arora has spoken against
Now,
Kejriwal.
listen to me, Anmol.
Arnab, P. Sharad Reddy, the first approver.
Sanju, this is not
He
good
made
because he's
10
answering my
statements.
question, and by constantly speaking over him, you're not letting him answer my question or me get answer.
She's rattled. She don't want the viewers to know the reality. She know that she'll get exposed today. If I bring the
You know,
correct fact
Sanju,
to
you are
viewers.
giving him an escape route from my very sharp question by speaking over him because you're giving him an escape route, and I need my question answered. My question is, no, Sanju, leave that, please. Let me answer. Let me get an answer. My question is, viewers, and please, there is a man called Vijay Nair, and viewers, I want to give you the inside info right now. We are in journalism. We know all these people inside out. Let me tell you, viewers, if you're watching this and you're saying, where is Arnab talking? Who is this Vijay Nair? Let me tell you, viewers, nothing moved in the Aam Aadmi Party without Vijay Nair. He's the beginning and end, heart and soul. left and right, top and bottom.
अर्नब मजाक चल रहा है.
Left artery, right artery, shoulder blade of the Aam Aadmi Party. And let me tell you this.
Can I respond?
Today, Vijay Nair, till 1 week back, Anmol would come and say, what nonsense, Arnab. Vijay Nair, who has told you is an approver against Kejriwal? That is in the court order. He's an approver against Kejriwal. And the approver statement cannot be doubted just because he revealed the information at this stage or that stage. He's an approver.
It's a very good question.
Being most close man to Arvind Kejriwal has exposed him.
Arnab, a very good question raised by you. Can I respond?
In charge of the Aam Aadmi Party, he was not a small fellow.
Arnab,
Respond, yeah, don't say can I? Please go ahead. Sanju, please don't. Let him answer, yeah, Sanju. He's in a soup tonight. He's sweating.
Arnab,
he doesn't want to be on my show anymore, Anmol. But you don't give him an escape route. Let him complete. Yeah, complete.
I would love to escape the lies on your show. And I'm very eager to be on your show to expose these corrupt people who are sitting on the right side from the BJP. Arnab, the fact is that after 2 years of... Arnab, ये बोलने ही नहीं देना चाहता.
Your top brass is in the lockup. Arvind Kejriwal.
Arnab, from last 2 years...
You speak. You follow. You continue to follow. Don't stop. आप बोलिए.
This case hinges on 4 approvers. You are saying
I don't need your certificates.
the statement of an approver holds no credibility. Approvers comes into action when there is dearth of evidence, when there is lack of evidence. And this is a classic case where after 2 years of investigation, when there was no single corroborative evidence, the 4 approvers came into scene. The first approver, P. Sharad Reddy, who gave 60 crores bribe to Bharatiya Janata Party, which none of their spokesperson answered till date. The second spokesperson from AAP,
how does it matter?
who has been given a parliamentary ticket, and Mr. Narendra Modi is going and campaigning for him. The third approver, Raghav Magunta, he was released when after 5 statements, he was threatened, he was coerced, and the enforcement director made him sign statements implicating Mr. Kejriwal.
Why has he not taken the moral
Even the trial has not started. Charge sheet has not been filed.
Kejriwal is
Arnab
prohibited from running the government from within the confines of the prison.
Do you think people will believe this?
Of the Delhi jail manual,
the Supreme Court has...
No, what people will say is, okay, we will wait for the Supreme Court tomorrow. What people will say, Anmol, is, Neil has not even spoken. I feel really bad that I could not even give him a chance to speak. Neil, the court...
Mr. Kejriwal has not been placed on record.
Tomorrow is a big day. This matter comes up in the court. Tomorrow we'll have to see. But what happens is that if Arvind Kejriwal does not get relief from the Supreme Court, which is also seized of the matter, then things become very complicated, don't they?
See, Arnab, the rule of law in our country says that any person who has been accused of an offence until he is not proved guilty, he is not accused of that offence in its entirety. So it's very early to say, because these are the prima facie findings of the court and certain observations which the court has made prima facie at the first instance. Many times it has been seen in practicality that it changes when after the trial commences or after the trial is concluded. So it's a very preconceived notion to make him guilty of the offences that have been alleged. Yes, the court may give certain observations which are completely prima facie in nature. Completely prima facie in nature. So nothing can be done at this point of time. Court giving observations does not make sense in law.
He must resign. We are not asking him to put him in jail in perpetuity. Let him fight his case. but he cannot be on a constitutional position out of morality.
Anmol.
Because it is the
Which
same
law says
morality.
that?
Why do you not allow us to speak?
Anmol.
Why do you give them a free run?
You don't know the law. You have no conception of law. Which law says he cannot hold the post? Which law says? You know nothing. You know nothing. You don't know the basic essence of law. Shouting at the
So-
will not help you. Shouting at the will not help you. Which law says
Can I come in, Arnab?
Which law says you come in? You come in.
Time problem today. Time problem today, I've run out. My point being, viewers, what are you holding up? Okay, Anmol, show it to Sanju. What are you holding up? What is it? What are you showing? Show it full frame.
Arnab, the same court yesterday made an observation in the case of Dilip Ray. Please allow me to complete.
The fact is the Delhi High
The
Court
Honorable
has
Court
not
said
given
that
relief to Arvind
in
Dilip Ray's case has no bearing on Arvind Kejriwal's case. I'm sorry.
From the ED, 9 summons. I'm very happy that people like Kejriwal are cooling their heels
Supreme
in Tihar
Court
jail.
because
और अभी
these
तो केजरीवाल साहब
Viewers,
लंबा
we'll watch what the Supreme Court does.
केजरीवाल साहब लंबा
But even the Supreme Court will have to take into account the observations of the High Court after the perusal of evidence by the High Court. There having come to a considered view, this is it's a 100-page verdict of the High Court. It's not a shallow verdict, and I'm sure the Supreme Court will be more than cognizant of that, ladies and gentlemen. Now, the lot of property with the Gandhi Vadra family is going out of their hand, and one of those is the huge property in the name of AJL, the National Herald case. 750 crores property is gone. One hand.
Kane, sir, your dinner.
On a tile? It's antibacterial.
Easy to clean.
But plates? Kane bhai, it's a tile ad.
IM Plus टेक्नोलॉजी से बने वर्ल्ड क्लास टाइल्स टाइल हो तो सिंपल हो।
Amity has been ranked India's #1 private university for the 11th year by India Today, a testimony to Amity's world-class education whilst imbibing values and sanskars in students. Kane, sir, your dinner.
On a tile? It's antibacterial.
Scratch resistant also.
But plates? Kane bhai, it's a tile ad.
IM Plus टेक्नोलॉजी से बने वर्ल्ड क्लास टाइल्स टाइल हो तो सिंपल हो।
टीएमसी, वामदल, कांग्रेस ने एक दूसरे के भ्रष्टाचारियों को बचाने के लिए ये इंडी गठबंधन बनाया है। मैं आपको गारंटी देता हूं 4 जून के बाद भ्रष्टाचारियों के खिलाफ कार्रवाई और तेज होगी।
Kane, sir, your dinner.
On a tile? It's antibacterial.
Easy to clean.
But plates? Kane bhai, it's a tile ad.
IM Plus टेक्नोलॉजी से बने वर्ल्ड क्लास टाइल्स टाइल हो तो सिंपल हो।
YouTubers, they produce content relating to the activities of the monkeys, and they have fed the monkeys with food in which whereas the monkey should be left alone, whereas the monkey should be living in the wild where they're supposed to be live. This is the problem for us. We need to find solid reasons in which we can use against them and to prevent them not to make content on by abusing the monkey.
आम आदमी पार्टी के जो निष्ठावान कार्यकर्ता हैं, जो हमारे विधायक और मंत्री हैं, ठीक है कुछ लोग इस लड़ाई में पीछे हटेंगे। हम जानते हैं कुछ लोग इस लड़ाई में पीछे हटेंगे, कुछ लोग टूटेंगे, किसी का मनोबल कमजोर होगा, लेकिन लंबी तादाद, बड़ी तादाद उन लोगों की है जो इन परिस्थितियों का मुकाबला करेंगे।
Kane, sir, your dinner.
On a tile? Arey, it's antibacterial.
Scratch resistant also.
But plates? Kane bhai, it's a tile ad.
IM Plus टेक्नोलॉजी से बने वर्ल्ड क्लास टाइल्स। टाइल हो तो सिंपल हो।
Amity has been ranked India's #1 private university for the 11th year by India Today, a testimony to Amity's world-class education whilst imbibing values and sanskars in students.
Kane, sir, your dinner.
On a tile? Arey, it's antibacterial.
Easy to clean.
But plates? Kane bhai, it's a tile ad.
IM Plus टेक्नोलॉजी से बने वर्ल्ड क्लास टाइल्स। टाइल हो तो सिंपल हो।
हासिल करके रहता है। आज इसी प्रेरणा से, इसी ऊर्जा से भारत के लोग, हम लोग विकसित भारत के संकल्प पर काम कर रहे हैं। सारी दुनिया की मुश्किलों के बीच भारत ये दिखा रहा है कि उसके लिए कुछ भी असंभव नहीं है। आप मुझे बताइए साथियों, भारत जब दुनिया की सबसे तेजी से बढ़ती आर्थिक ताकत बना तो आपको गर्व हुआ कि नहीं हुआ? आपको गर्व हुआ कि नहीं हुआ? हमारे चंद्रयान ने जब चांद पर तिरंगा फहराया तो आपको गर्व हुआ कि नहीं हुआ? आपको गर्व हुआ कि नहीं हुआ? भारत में हुए भव्य G20 सम्मेलन की पूरी दुनिया में वाहवाही हुई, प्रशंसा हुई, आपको गर्व हुआ?
Amity has been ranked India's #1 private university for the 11th year by India Today, a testimony to Amity's world-class education whilst imbibing values and sanskars in students.
Good evening and welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Arvind Kejriwal's attempts to distance himself as far as possible from Liquorgate, build a distance, stay away, not be associated, if required, blame it on Sisodia. All of that has failed. The Delhi High Court has directly linked him to the liquor scam conspiracy, saying he was part of the conspiracy. The Delhi High Court has upheld his arrest. And the Delhi High Court has said that Arvind Kejriwal was directly involved in the formulation of the liquor scam policy. And now if Arvind Kejriwal was involved in the formulation of the liquor scam policy, as the court is alleging, then he can no longer distance himself from the liquor scam. Therefore, till this afternoon, before what the court said, Arvind Kejriwal was presenting himself as a victim. Arvind Kejriwal and the AAP was presenting Kejriwal as someone who almost didn't know, was unaware of the whole scam, that there was a scam happening. He had no idea about it, that people were making money. Crores were being made, siphoned. He had no idea. Arvind Kejriwal was innocent of all the information. But now that the court is echoing what the ED has alleged, who will believe Kejriwal or the Aam Aadmi Party? Maybe not.
From the Delhi studios of Republic TV, it's time for the debate.
Arnab Goswami on the debate at 10, powered by Reva University, Policy Bazaar, Kuchina.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Now it's time for the nation's sharpest opinion. The Supreme Court of India has torn apart Baba Ramdev's attempt to apologize, and I must say, brutally torn apart. The court has used the words, "We will rip you apart." Now, these kind of words being used by the Supreme Court of India, you can imagine. Supreme Court seems very inclined to heavily penalize Patanjali for misleading and misguiding the public with false advertisements. And I cannot agree more. The public cannot and must not be misled. The Supreme Court has also said to the representatives of the Uttarakhand government that it would rip it apart for inaction. Rip it apart for inaction. Very strong, very sharp words, ladies and gentlemen. Unusual words from the court. Rightly so, maybe, because it does seem that Patanjali has done a whole lot to get itself tied up into knots. But tonight, my focus is broader and in line actually of what the court said. The court said that this case must be used to send out a message to society at large. Its words were, this is not just about one FMCG company, but the violation of the law. Justice Kohli said, and I quote, "We are concerned with all the FMCG companies who show rosy pictures to customers and consumers and then suffer a health issue. And that is my subject tonight. Because misleading advertisements, tall quasi-medical claims have become the norm of all these marketing stunts done by FMCG companies in the country, Indian and foreign. All these people who put in big, well-packaged bottles claims that your child's health will improve, full of sugar, ladies and gentlemen, full of sugar. Claims your child will become taller, healthier, that this packaged food with a lot of preservatives has this vegetable, that vegetable, your child and you will become stronger, healthier, your family will do better. These companies know exactly what is inside those bottles. Claims about all kinds of toothpaste, doing this to you, that to you, promised magical notions, all film stars coming and advertising, big marketing claims, and then selling it to all across the country, spending hundreds of crores in marketing. If their product was so good, why would they have to do so much marketing? These FMCG companies are the problem, viewers. And the fact of the matter is, these FMCG companies think they are going to get away with it for too long. They won't. So if they think they're having a lot of fun seeing what's happening to Patanjali, my request is they should be put under investigation and scrutiny, and I have no doubt that they will. They should. So my question is that since the Honorable Supreme Court has started with demanding accountability from Patanjali, why doesn't the Honorable Supreme Court also get into suo motu all FMCG brands? They'll be doing the country a lot of good. What do you think? Because the risk of the public, you being misled, and is glaring. And as out there as Patanjali was, Patanjali is excited about its advertising, going and doing misleading claims. But what about these so-called energy drinks? The so-called nutritional drinks, powders? Your child will get taller, healthier if you consume it. These so-called skincare industries, the new fad of powders, herbal tablets with no medical sanction but claiming to have quasi-medical certification, quasi-medical claims, ladies and gentlemen. They think they've got big lawyers so they can sue anyone. There are companies, there are people who have chocolate companies, but if you find tomorrow all kinds of insects and maggots in those chocolate companies, these companies go and try and intimidate people, individuals. What about these companies? What about what they advertise heavily to make you eat? Will the courts not act about them? If the threat is that Patanjali misled, and I agree they may have, they should face the courts for it. But can the action, the reprimanding all stop at Patanjali? Why? If there is a problem, and we agree there is a problem, we cannot turn around saying that because there's a petition in this problem, we'll look at this